All right. Good afternoon, ladies. I hope you are having a great day. If you have any questions, just kind of put those in the chat feature and I will answer them when I'm finished. But today, the one thing I want to talk to you all about is when and if you need to adjust your macronutrients. Okay. So there's a few things that you want to first kind of ask yourself before we go any further. And the first thing you want to ask yourself is, are you still feeling hungry at the end of the day? So when the end of the day comes and you've consumed all your macros and you're still feeling hungry, or you consume all of your macronutrients, sorry, you hear my little girl in the background. You consume all your macronutrients, you get through the day fine, but you're waking up first thing in the morning just starving, okay? So if you can answer yes to that question, it might be time to increase those macros or make a change to them. And a few reasons why you may notice this, and maybe you've done fine in the beginning, but now you're just feeling hungrier, is because you have actually developed more muscle through the last 6 weeks. And of course, muscle requires more fuel and more food to work properly, to build properly. So that's probably, if you're noticing these changes and this difference, I should say, in the last week or so, that's the reason why, okay? So, and so when that happens and you're feeling hungrier, and what I typically do is say, we need to increase your macronutrients 5%, at 5% across the board. So we increase our proteins, fats, and carbs 5%, not meaning we go from 30% to 35%, meaning we take whatever that goal is for your carbohydrates. Say it's 200. You're going to bump it up 5%. So you take 200 times 0.05, and that would be the amount that you would need to increase your calories by. Okay, I will help you with this. If you are ready to make that adjustment, I will help you do that. Okay, you just need to send me a private message and we can work through that individually. Another reason why you might need to make an adjustment to your macros is maybe you're a little carb sensitive. And personally, that was me when I done my first round. I couldn't eat all those carbs and feel good. I just, I have a fructose malabsorption problem. So my body doesn't digest fructose properly. And I can eat some, but not all. And I have learned over the last few years what I can and can't eat. And so for me, when I adjusted my macros, I took my carbs down to 45% and bumped up my protein to 25%. And that might be where you need to go. But we don't need to mess with macros if you're still seeing results, if you're still feeling good, if you're making it through your fasting window fine. So some questions I want you to ask yourself before making adjustments. There's 5 questions I'm going to talk to you all about. The first question is, ask yourself, have my measurements changed and or are my clothes fitting differently? Okay. If your clothes are not fitting differently by this point, then we definitely need to talk and we need to be making some adjustments. And maybe I need to be looking at MyFitnessPal and actually looking at what foods you're eating and make some suggestions. So, if you haven't seen any changes yet in how your clothes are fitting, please let me know. Obviously, most of you all probably haven't measured, but you'll know by the way your clothes are fitting if you are losing inches. The second question to ask yourself is, have I been getting good, consistent sleep? You all know how I am about rest. Your body needs rest. It needs the proper kind of rest. If your body isn't resting and getting a good amount of sleep each night, you're not able to burn fat effectively because your cortisol levels are going to be raised. Same with stress. That was the next question. When your cortisol levels are raised from stress or not sleeping properly, your body cannot burn fat. Okay, so make sure you're getting good sleep, because if you haven't, then that's going to affect your results. And if you've been overly stressed throughout this 6 weeks, that will affect your results as well. The fourth question to ask yourself is, am I approaching my period? Now, some of my clients are, approaching their period in week 6, and they're feeling super frustrated, super discouraged, and really just kind of, frustrated. And then they have to, ask them, are you about to start your period? Because they don't think about that. And when you're about to start your period, your body will retain a lot of water weight. I mean, for me, I can easily gain 5 pounds. And so you're feeling bloated, puffier. So if that is you, and this is, you're approaching your period, I always tell my clients, do not step on the scales and do not measure yourself until you've been off your cycle for about a week. Okay. And then lastly is, have you been properly hydrating? Because if you're not drinking enough water, it's hard to flush out all those toxins in your body. Okay. And have you been indulging in too much sugar, alcohol, or salt through the 6 weeks? So alcohol is something that can be, for some clients, they like to go out a lot and or socialize a lot and, have a few drinks, and it's 5 or 6 times a week. And if that is you, then it's going to be hard for your body to burn fat. Alcohol does nothing good for your body. When you consume more than a couple glasses of alcohol, your body will not burn fat for 24 to 48 hours after that. Okay. So you need to make sure you're cutting back on the alcohol, keep it to a couple times a week and 1 or 2 glasses. Okay. Of wine or beer or whatever. And then as far as the sugar, I know that through this program, we focus on being gluten-free. That doesn't mean that we're going to consume gluten-free products every single day. It means that we're going to focus on whole food nutrition, and we're going to limit those gluten-free products. And personally, I eat some gluten-free wraps 1 or 2 times a week and some gluten-free pretzels. And that is about all the gluten-free stuff that is packaged that I really consume. Everything else I eat is fruits, veggies, meats, that type of stuff. So I really have tried to limit that, and I feel so much better without all the processed gluten-free stuff. So make sure you're cutting back on that if you have been consuming quite a bit of it. And the same with salt. Anytime you get into prepackaged things, you get into the sodium. The sodium makes you retain the water, makes you feel puffy, bloated. And so that's why we want to consume as little amount of processed foods as possible. Okay. So go through those questions, ask yourself these things. And if you can say, you know what, my measurements really haven't changed much, but I have been sleeping good and my stress levels haven't been that bad for the 6 weeks. And I just, I'm not approaching my period. That was a couple of weeks ago. And I've been drinking lots of water, and I haven't eaten much, salt, sugar type products, and my alcohol has been very limited. Then we might need to actually talk about how to adjust your macros, because that is the next place to go when you're not seeing results and you're doing all the things you're supposed to be doing. So again, we will adjust macros either by going up 5%, meaning bumping up your proteins, carbs, and fats 5% of what they are, your goal. So if your protein's 100 grams, we're going to bump it up 5 grams. Okay, that's how it would work. It'd be 100 times 0.05. It would be 5 grams more of protein. And then if you're dealing with some carb sensitivity issues, then we might need to actually look at the macro percentages and bump your carbohydrates down to 45%. So just reach out to me after you watch this video, and if you think you're ready to make some adjustments or need to, we will work through that. The other thing I want to talk to you all about is the VIP program. So if you have been through 2 rounds of the Faster Way to Fat Loss with me, you are eligible for VIP. VIP will actually give you 5 weekly workouts, okay? And you get accountability, just like you do in this group, and you get a daily post, that kind of thing. You get a a monthly topic that we talk about each month. This month has been mindset. Now, the workouts are accessed a little differently than what they are in this 6-week program. And the reason being is because, one, I wanted to make the program reasonably at a reasonable price, okay? And two is that, well, just that's the reason, really. The only reason why the workouts are different is because the portal is not going to be the same, okay? So you don't get a workout portal that you get with this 6-week program. In the VIP program, post the weekly workouts. Each Sunday, I post the workouts for the week. It's a PDF document and looks just like what you get with the portal, but I don't have the resources to create a portal. I'm not sure how to do that. I am working on a website, so maybe once I get a website up, I'll be able to do that, but right now I don't have the resources to. So you get a PDF document listing day 1, day 2, day 3, all the way through day 7, what you're doing each and every day, the workouts, demonstrations. Now, the demonstrations will only be posted if it's a new exercise. You all are going into VIP, you've been through 2 rounds, you realize that we do a lot of the same exercises, just in different rotations. So there is really no need for me to be posting, linking an exercise demonstration to each exercise. If you've done a reverse lunge for 12 weeks, you should know how to do a reverse lunge. You shouldn't have to see a demonstration video. But I do have an exercise library file that's pinned in our group with all the demonstrations for the workouts. Now, when a new workout comes, a new exercise, I do link that in the PDF file for the week. And sometimes I will actually hop on live or post a video in the group to show demonstration of it as well as a modification for that move. So that is how right now VIP is currently running. It will be changing eventually, but for right now, for cost purposes and for limited resources on my end, that is how I run my VIP. I want to keep it at a reasonable price for you all, and give you, a lot of resources that I can. But until my website is done, I have no way to create a portal like Amanda does with the 6-week program. So hopefully that makes sense. If you have questions about it, just let me know. So I know a few of you are eligible for VIP next week. If you want to go on and join VIP, it's just going to be $10, and then September is $49. So it's $49 each month. You do not have to commit to 3 months, 6 months. It's just month to month. And then if you want to sit out a month and come back the next month, that's perfectly fine too. Okay. Now, if you're not eligible for VIP, some of you have just joined the round that just started Monday. And then I have some others who, are going to try it on their own. So whatever works for you. If you are not joining this round that just started and want to know when the next round is going to be, it's going to be September 17th. So you'll get to join for $140. You get a discounted price. And for the month of September, I'm excited because those pink tank tops that we wore at the Lexington event are going to be available for the coaches to purchase starting in September. And so anyone who all my returning clients who register for my September 17th round will get a pink tank top. So I'm excited for that. So if you all have questions, let me know. If you haven't joined this round that just started on Monday and you want to join, you have until Sunday to join us, okay? Mom? What?
I'm so hungry.
Okay, I'll get you something to eat. I'm almost done. So anyway, post any questions you all have after you watch this, and let me know, and what questions you do have, and I will answer those for you. Let's finish out strong. We have just a few more days left. Our 24-hour fast is tomorrow, okay, instead of Sunday. So it is tomorrow. Make sure you remember that, and if you need to move your dates around, that's fine. You can either do it tomorrow or Sunday. So anyway, I hope you all have a fabulous day, and I just can't wait to hear y'all's success stories and your results after Sunday. So I love you, ladies, and I will talk to you later. Bye.